Hey Rachel, firstly, I would like to say that I think you did a great job on the assignment. I was also shocked when I found out that in my state, Pennsylvania, dual relationships were the most common occurrence. I found that in my state and a few surrounding states, dual relationships seem to be very prominent. I would also be interested to look into studies of the West Coast disciplinary boards to see if they have a similar pattern to the East Coast and their disciplinary board. In regards to the case you mentioned, I think it is very interesting in the fact that it happened in a prison shocked me. I think that it is wild that the counselor created a fake mailing address just to stay in contact. I do not know how the therapist in this situation could not see past the ethical issues of speaking to a client like that and making plans, let alone mailing them after their relationship was discovered. It makes me wonder about their train of thought while doing all this. I also thought that the punishment of a 2 year probation was rather light compared to the ethical violations. Do you think that the punishment of a 2 year probation is appropriate? When I was looking through the disciplinary action board of my state, I found that most of them were suspended for a few years rather than being on probation. The ACA Code of Ethics section A.6.B is relevant here. This code talks about how counselors are not allowed to extend the boundaries of counseling, such as doing favors or attending events with them, with their with their clients. I think that this is very relevant to the client mailing letters to stay in contact. In regards to your question about the supervisor and the counseling relationship, an article by Mayer et al. 2022 showed that supervisees are more often than not to disclose information to their supervisor. I would also not be shocked if the supervisor in this example knew about the unethical conduct. I also agree with you on the impairment. I believe that in some way or another, the counselor in question was impaired. I do not think that making plans with your client to have children and start a family is very conducive to the counseling session and the therapeutic relationship. Again, Rachel, I think you did a great job on this assignment. Thanks.